Hey, this is Slap Out Lash Girl Melissa, and welcome back to my channel, girl. We're going to do some under eyes today. I have found a way, for now, that's working for my under eyes, and I want to share it with you. It's really, really simple. And yeah, you do have to kind of let things settle and sink into the skin a little bit. So it's not like it's a quick little trick, but it is a great way to do your under eyes. And it has been doing really great for me here in the state of Alabama. It gets, it's cold in the morning now and it's hot and 80 something in the afternoon. So it's held up really well. And so it's very minimal powder, very minimal product, except for skincare is the key. Okay. So sit back, relax, take notes, write down the products, and go get them and you try them for yourself, okay? So let's get to it. Here's my under eyes. You know, the Syringomas they're going to be tough to deal with. I understand that. But I'm going to show you today. This is where mine are, the Syringomas. If I pull this back, you can see. I don't know if you can see it or not. They're on both sides right here. And then I've got some right up here in this area. And maybe one or two over here, but more on this side. And I'm using a retinoid. He's got me on that. I'm just trying to see, there's really no cure for it. I mean, you just have to stay on top of them, I guess. And maybe with the tretinoid, they might go away. I've heard that laser treatment is an option, but they don't really say that it works or whether it doesn't work. So I really don't know what to do with this, except just go forward and let's, go with it. It's just the way life is. And I'll make it through it, yeah. One thing I am considering is doing like a facial peel again. And that might help. That truly might help because what they can do is put that little laser like under here. And that might help get rid of some of those. One would hope. So I have plans, but the best laid plans never work most of the time. All right, so look at these under eyes. You can see my shadow here. I have the darkness here. I have the puffiness. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you, I've got a new product that my friend Lori Abercrombie told me to try, and I did, and I got it today, or like yesterday, and I'm going to try it today. It's called SkinCeuticals. It's HI Complex, okay? So I did order this, paid with my own money, that girlfriend, and it says look of dark circles. It helps to diminish circles, puffiness, and visible effects caused by glycation. I don't even know what that word means, but it's obviously something I need to look up, right? So it's a little bitty tiny jar, okay? Little bitty tiny. And don't look at my nails. I got to have my nails done today. I didn't have time to go. I went to my grandson's field day, and I took off of work yesterday and I went with him. He has some autism, and so it's really, his parents couldn't go, so somebody needed to really be there to be the buffer, And so we had a good day. We had a wonderful day. We enjoyed our day. He loves to shop in Walmart. I'm going to tell y'all that. He likes that. So I am going to put this on. Okay, and then I do have Drunk Elephant as well. So I'm going to kind of mix the two, but I'm going to put this one on first. And this one is supposed to like smooth out the wrinkles, okay? I have already, moisturized a little bit before. I like to moisturize the heck out of my under eyes. I have to. But you don't have to use a whole lot of this. Just take it and pop it. Mine is worse in the corners. Yours may be, outer corners. If it's outer corners, then, take it all the way out just like that, or just use it out here if you've got enough moisture in this area. So this is what I'm doing, and then I'm going to put Drunk Elephant on top of it just to see what it does. Why not mix the two? You never know. It might be the best combination ever, but you'll never know until you try it. So don't be afraid to try things. I'm not going to use a whole lot of this either. Teeny bit of this. We're going to mix these together and see what happens. Now, I am going to have to let this set for a few minutes. I just wanted you to see what I'm using. So both of these combined should give me some nice moisture. So let's let this absorb. And then when we come back, we're going to get started on this new way that I have found to do my under eyes. And it looks so much better. I think we're ready now. It did come back and I added a little bit. This is the primer that I use today. It's Fenty's primer. Oh, I love it. It's so, so nice and pretty when you put it on your skin. Now, I did use that as my face primer, and I did pop a little bit right over what we just added, which was the SkinCeuticals and the Drunk Elephant together. Skins and elephant. Yeah, right. So this is what we're going to do. See this under here? My finger, look at. I'm going to get my nails done today. I lost 2 of them. These are the powder nails, and they last so long. If y'all haven't tried powder nails, they're beautiful, and they do last a while. But when they start growing out, I do the French so that you really can't tell when they start growing out. But I do love, love, love getting that done. Now, this is the foundation that I use today. I use Laura Mercier. Love this. It's a Flawless Luminaire Radiance Perfection Foundation. I don't know what color this is. I'm sure it's probably a neutral. Yes, it's a neutral in 1.5 beige. So that's the color I have on, and it looks really nice on my skin. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little color correcting, and then we're going to add some of this foundation, right? So this is going to be more of an inner corner type concealer. You're going to like it. It looks so much better, and we're going to get rid of that darkness there. So I do have 2 things here that I like to use. These, I'm going to use the peach color because I've got that, you know, dark bluish kind of color. But either one of these are great. Now, this one's going to peach color, and this is just going to be the lighter color, more of a neutral. They are by L'Oreal, True Match. Okay, you can go find, maybe you got a color corrector already that you love. But I'm going to use this one. And we are going to, let me see if it has a number on it. This one's Peach 402. And then this other one is W123. Whatever that means. What kind of color is that? All right. And this is retractable, okay? You do not have to sharpen this. It's retractable up and down. So that's really nice too. But what we're going to do is I'm going to hold my head down, and I'm going to look right here, and we're going to put this right underneath that bag. Yep. I got a lot of bag there. Here lately, I get lots of bags. Lots of things. Isn't it funny how life just changes so fast? I can't believe I'll be 61 soon, and my grandchildren are growing up, you know. It's like, wow, where's the time going? I really need to take time to slow down a little bit more and enjoy my life with the grandkids. That's why I went yesterday. Okay, so we're going to kind of blend that in just a little bit. Now, it looks so much better than it did. I am going to add just a tad more. I had a lot of darkness, and that's the one right there. That's right there is where I have to really concentrate this color. So let's blend it in. Now, this is a Moist Beauty blender, and so I'm just going to kind of touch it with that. And then you're going to get your magnifying mirror so that you can see kind of what you're doing. Magnifying mirrors show everything. They do. That sounded really Southern. I'm sorry. Everything. That's the way it is here. All right, so I'm going to use Kosas. You know I love this. I'm going to use the Neutral 1.0. This is my favorite. The 0.5 is their lightest, and then this one comes in next. I have stopped using the really, really light one because of, you know, how it attracts the light. It is lighter, so I want to keep it more the color that I need it to be. And we are going to put a little bit of this. So you're going to have some foundation. You're going to take your foundation, and we're going to put it right here. Right under, yes we are. Not a whole lot though. So put a little bit on the back of your hand. A little pump will do you. A little dab will do you. And you can either use a brush. You can use the Beauty Blender to do it. Typically, what I did the first time was I just kind of placed it right where I wanted it. Tiny, tiny bit. We don't need a whole lot. You know, we got the wrinkles. We got to be careful with what we put there. Now, I'm going to use the Beauty Blender and kind of press that in very lightly. Don't push really hard. Just kind of blend that in to your skin. Now, I have allergies, and our weather here has been kind of crazy, so this right here, I have puffiness. There's just no way around it. I need to take my Claritin D is what I need to take. That stuff works. It really does. Okay. Now, I'm going to let that set for a few minutes and not touch it. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you the little trick and how it turns out. It's so nice. Okay, it has set long enough. It didn't take long. I do like for it to set for, you know, a couple of minutes so that it adheres to my skin. And then you can see if it settles anywhere into the lines. If it does, then you can use your beauty blender and kind of take that away. It just depends. I have a lot of lines now. And with this Syringoma, it's gotten really hard to do my under eyes. So what you're going to do is only put the concealer here. I am using Kosas, remember? And I'm only dabbing it in this one little central area. There. Okay, and then the next part, I've already got my eyes done, so we are going to take it and just take it up slightly right through there, and then right through here. Now, I have not finished out the rest of my face. I don't have blush on or bronzer or anything. This is just the natural look of this foundation, which I really, really like. Now, I like to let it set for about a minute and then blend it out. That way it kind of warms up to my skin and it's easier to blend out. So I'm going to give it just a minute and then we're going to use our fingers to blend this out. Are you ready? I'm ready. So let's kind of clean this up right here. I don't know what brush I'm using. I'm using BK Beauty's 202. It's a really soft brush. And you just kind of clean that up through there where I made boo-boos. I always make boo-boos. And then come over here and do the same thing on this side. Just kind of pull it all the way up into that temple and lightly kind of brush it. Now, I'm not going to use the brush here. I'm going to use my fingers because it just seems to work better for me. You can try it both ways. I've tried it both ways. And for me, this is it. Now, this is all I'm doing right here. And I'm just going to lightly go like that. And just kind of press it. And maybe push it out just a tad. That looks so much better. It's so much brighter. And yes, I am going to set it with some powder so it will soften that area. But I love pushing this into my skin. Now I'm going to bring it down a little bit right through here. I do like a little light right there on either side of my nose. Let's look at it. That is so incredible. Don't use a whole lot. This thing will last you forever because you're not using a whole lot. So I'm going to let that set for a few minutes. Drink my coffee. I might go ahead and do my lips. And then come back and look at it and see what we're dealing with. If there's anything settling there, we'll get rid of that. And then we'll put a beautiful little finish on it. I'm not using It's by my Pores anymore. I think that's too light now for me. I need to stay kind of a neutral tone. So we're going to use the Laura Mercier. And I'll show you that. It's kind of an ivory color. So the light balance is really nice when using that color. Let's check it out. I went ahead and finished my face a little bit. So that looks really, really good. The only thing I see is maybe I just need to take my fingers and press down and outward. Now, however, if you have some really deep lines there, this is what I would recommend you do, okay? Even though we've put all the moisture that we can on it, sometimes you might just have a little tad more of some kind of moisture. Now, this is Charlotte Tilbury. This is her Super Fusion Facial Oil. I love this, and it's kind of thick, but you can use whatever oil you wanted to. So if I wanted to right now, I would take, if I needed this, I would take a minute, tiny, little tiny, like that. And you just take your little fingers together, rub it all in, and all you got to do is just dab it really lightly right there where your problem area is. Now, I'm saying this is a process. It's not like you got to just throw it on there and go, okay? You can't do that. You really do have to play with it. That's perfect. And I'm going to leave it. And I'm going to do my lips. And while that's settling, and then we're going to come back and we're going to set this with powder. Now we're just going to do a little bit. This is my Laura Mercier. I always put it in the lid. Okay, always, always, always put it in the lid. And then you can use whatever brush you want to. You can use a tiny brush. Now this one right here is a powder brush. I can use this one. Or you could pick up a brush like this if you just really want to kind of be simple. This is really soft. But I actually am going to use this one because it's a great brush for blending anything really. Blushes, powders. It's a great brush by BK Beauty. It's very universal. You can use a lot of things with it. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to tap it off on my hand. Less is more. And I do not put a whole lot of this. This is it right here. Little, tiny, tiny bit. Just enough to set it. And not be shiny. Because that's what you don't want is shiny. So make sure when you get it on your brush, tap most of it off. And then just dab it through like that. Just like that. And boom. This has been the best technique that I have found for me. I'm sure that I will have to tweak it at some point because my eyes are going to change. And that's a constant. You really can't do much about that unless you're going to go have something done to them. And you know, I'm not, if they have that little laser treatment, that might be something to try. You know, just right underneath that area to kind of tighten the skin a little bit. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I don't know what it costs, but man, that looks so good. Y'all got to try it. You got to try it. Yay! It actually worked today. Hallelujah. All right, so please like and share and click that notification bell. I am here on Sundays. I love, love, love to bring you some fun things to try. And it's 60. We girls got to stick together. Us 40, 50, 60s, even 70s, y'all. We are the bomb. We are the people who have brought this makeup industry to life. Let me just tell you, honestly, think of all the products that they've got now for us older ladies. We're winning. We're winning. I call that winning, okay? But listen, y'all have a fabulous week. I will see y'all next Sunday. Mwah! See you then.